Alex Padilla was simply trying to ask Noam, wasn't it Christy Noam, a question. He had an aggressive stance.
That's why I don't know if we would call it simple. Like,
I gotta see the previous 30 seconds of that video because I feel like he was coming with like a question.
He about to run up on there and knock her out or something. Like, so I mean,
perfect. It's been all about your man Trump, all about your guy Donald Trump, man, and these ICE raids going into places like schools, churches, weddings, and Home Depots. Anywhere, Walmart's, like, and
wow.
they like, yo, it's time to go. And it was big in LA. I was seeing a lot of videos coming out of LA because people were actually taking a stand, and they were it was all over the country, but I was seeing a lot coming out of LA, and that's where I was seeing a lot of people having the biggest, I think, opposition to it in terms of protest. We seen that caused Trump to then deploy the National Guard in like a unprecedented move, right? Something that the president doesn't usually do. You got to have
the Marines.
Oh, and the Marines. Also,
the governor calls in the National Guard.
Yeah.
Typically, because that's state. But
but Newsom didn't though. Newsom wasn't. He said we had control.
Right. But Trump was trying to call in the Marines, which I mean, we don't deploy, that type of force. Or like,
and from what I heard, the National Guard ain't doing nothing. They chilling. I heard a lot of them just like in buildings, sleeping.
Yeah, there's no commotion like that.
It seemed like an extra move, but it's militarizing everything. Obviously, this was on the eve of a military parade that was a whole lot of pomp and circumstance, for lack of a better, term.
Some dictator shit.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. This is what you see from authoritarian rulers. This is just a show of force. Mm-hmm. Probably tore up the streets of D.C., you know what I'm saying? Like, probably did all types of damage. A lot of people didn't show up. If you ask Trump, he'll say different. Maybe all them people
crowds.
Yeah. But maybe all them people was at the No Kings protest. I don't know if you was driving around in Albany last week, but I saw one going down. And they were going around all over the country. People saying, we don't want a king. We don't want somebody to just make a decree and change laws. We want the government that we fought for, right, and that we're used to having. What are your thoughts about those type of? Because to me, it's like, what's the call to action? Like, we're just letting Trump know we don't like him. You know what I mean? Because
it's like with anything. If enough people are upset, they should protest peacefully. And so, with that said, I mean, he's obviously been doing a lot this year so far. A lot of things he said that he would do. He's not necessarily taking the traditional approach. It's more strong arm and everything, and, bypassing Congress to do a lot of things, executive orders, so on and so forth. So, people are letting them know, hey, we don't like this. And, I don't necessarily have a problem with it. What will it change anything? Only time is going to tell. Who knows?
What do you think about, like, the politicians? I've seen about 2 videos of politicians. I think one was Alex Padilla. The other was New York City candidate for mayor, Brad Lander. Hope I'm getting your name right. Both getting arrested by ICE agents in, like, I think Brad was in immigration court. Right. Alex Padilla was simply trying to ask Noam, wasn't it Christy Noam, a question. He had an aggressive stance.
That's why I don't know if we would call it simple. Like,
I gotta see the previous 30 seconds of that video because I feel like he was coming with like a question.
He about to run up on there and knock her out or something. Like, so I mean,
I forgot who the dude was. There's a black guy. He's an author. I forgot his name if I remember it. But he had a video that went viral recently. It was about something that happened at an event where a woman asked a question. She suffered from mental illness and was asking him a question about something he knew nothing about. And then she started coming closer to him, like in a threatening way. He's like, "I'm going to ask you to back up right now," and I think she like pepper sprayed him or something like that. Yeah, you have to, like, when people start approaching like that when it's already a tense environment.
I'm not mad at whatever happens at that point, like, because I'm a paranoid individual. You start getting close, shit may go down.
But I guess my question to you is: do you think these politicians are just publicity stunting? You know what I mean? Is it just...
Yes. I mean, they have to. I mean, because, at this stage, you have to know, the ICE agents, they feel emboldened at this point. So you step out of line, you're going to get arrested. So I feel like they knew what they were doing. And they knew, okay, I'm probably not going to go to jail. They just detain me for a few minutes and, it's going to make them... Like,
they all say, like, they wonder, like, where are they taking me to? And they started
going to El Salvador.
Yo, I did see a headline today that they're looking more into like privately owned prisons and stuff like that to hold people. But it's unprecedented times that we've seen. Somebody, I'm not gonna take credit for this. I heard it on a podcast. Said this, but they were like, think about where we were at in 2020: protests, sickness, chaos, just people stoking the flames on social media. It's like we're back there again in 6 months of the Trump presidency. Like right back where we left off again. And I don't. And now actually we got the war of Israel and Iran. That conflict going on over there. Still Israel versus Hamas. Ukraine versus Russia still going down.
And now, I mean, Israel and Iran.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I might have forgot to say my but that what's up with that? We was trying to do negotiations. Israel said, "Nah, we not doing that. We taking over." And it's kind of like we like I don't know if we in or we out.
Israel's like, yo, what y'all trying to do?
And we like, yo, we ain't tell you punch and dude in the club, bro. But now, so, I mean, we also can't leave him out there because people have this. The conspiracy theory is Israel has something over Trump, and I'm like, money, yeah, probably, probably like, or people claim all types of stuff like conspiracy, the Epstein tapes and the Russian conspiracies. Who knows what they're holding over Trump? But it does seem like Israel's like, no, we're gonna do what we want and keep up.
I mean, Netanyahu knows. I mean, I feel like even if Biden was in office, this shit would have happened. So I'm not even gonna put this on Trump. Like, Israel's been wanting to do this for a very, very, very long time, and they've reached a point where all right, we're gonna do this, and there's not gonna be any turning back. And Trump wasn't gonna stop it. Biden wouldn't have stopped it. So it is what it is. I don't know that we should be getting involved because it can just escalate things, but we'll see.
And we got travel bans now, too. I forgot to mention that. Trump put travel bans on numerous countries, some for just random reasons. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's 2020 again. It feels like we right back there again. And I don't know why this works for Trump or even why he wants to. I know for the media, Trump always gives us stuff to talk about, but it's getting to like a weird, like nervous kind of area, especially on the brink of World War or whatever. Right.
What it do, y'all? It's your man DJ Playboy. Just interrupting real quick, man. I really appreciate you watching this episode of the Perfect Talk Podcast. But if you're watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. You got to run them numbers up so I can keep running it up. Also, if you're listening to the audio version on the podcast, make sure you leave a review. Let them know how much you love the podcast and, subscribe to the thing. And if you really, really want to support the team, go to www.perfecttalkpodcast.com. Get yourself a t-shirt, get yourself a sticker. You can even get yourself a mug, man. The possibilities are endless and the prices are low. Holla at us, baby. Let's get it.